Here's an example of writing a Taylor series or Maclaurin series when you're given not the actual derivatives, but a formula for the derivatives. This here, f parentheses n of 0, that means the nth derivative at x equals 0. So this is a formula for all the derivatives based on whatever term you're at. If you're at the first derivative, you would put n equals 1. If you want the second derivative, you'd put n equals 2, and so on. So we're supposed to write a Maclaurin series. Anytime I see Maclaurin or Taylor, number one thing I do is write the formula. So this will be f of 0 plus f prime of 0 x plus f prime prime of 0 x squared over 2 factorial. And I could keep going. I probably don't have to go much further than that third degree to get this answer. So, before I can plug into the formula here, I need to know what these derivatives are. What these are, but it gives me a formula where I can find these. So I'll start here. This is the function itself, so that's like the 0th derivative. This is like the 0th. So that means if I plug in n equals 0 to my derivative equation, I'll get it. So f of 0, I'm going to plug in n equals 0 here. I'm going to have negative 1 to the 0 times 0 plus 1 over 0 plus 2 times 2 to the 0. If I solve that mess, that's going to be 1 times 1 over 2 to the 0 is 1. So 1/2. So my first term is going to be 1/2. Hey, look, I can actually already knock out an answer choice. It's not going to be A. Okay. Now, I need to find my first derivative. Using my derivative formula, my first derivative, I'm going to plug in n equals 1. I want the first derivative. So I have negative 1 to the 1, 1 plus 1, 1 plus 2 times 2 to the 1. If I simplify that a bit, that's negative 1 times 2, so negative 2. 3 times 2 is 6. It's going to be negative 1/3. All right. I need my second derivative. Sorry, that should be an equal sign. My second derivative, I'm going to plug in n equals 2 to my derivative equation. So I have negative 1 squared. 2 plus 1. 2 plus 2 times 2 squared. If I simplify that, that's going to be 1 times 3. 4 times 4 is 16. That should probably be enough to use my formula. So, I'll switch colors here so you can see better. I'm going to plug these numbers into my formula. F of 0, I got 1/2. Plus f prime of 0, so it's actually minus 1/3 x. F prime prime of 0 was 3/16, so plus 3/16 x squared divided by 2 factorial, which is 2. Okay, so I'm actually going to, if I simplify this a little bit, this is 1/2 minus 1/3 x. 3/16 divided by 2 would be 3/32 x squared. Let's see if I can get an answer from that. 1/2 minus 1/3. Oh, that one has 3/16, so that's not it. This one has a positive 1/3, so that's not it. Could be this one. Oh, and it's not D. Or sorry, it's not E. So we don't actually even have to do any more terms. We've eliminated everything but choice D.